Hello, peoples of the internet. This is Eminough, and we are back with TerraGenesis. But you'll notice that we're not on any particular planet right now, and that's because we're starting a new one today. So let's go ahead and tap to start, go to play, and terrestrial planets. Now, the most requested planet besides Mars has been Mercury. So let's just go ahead and start a new game on Mercury, and we're going to go ahead and choose Daughters of Gaia again, just to kind of help with the ecological transformation a little bit more. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do Expert and Biospheres. And of course the tutorial is going to be disabled. So let's go ahead and begin the game. Now, of course, we start out on a barren planet, no population, and our first priority is to increase pressure. Now, before we even do that though, what I want to do is come and look at the summary page. As you can see, we've got way too much heat, way too little pressure, and way too little oxygen, and way too little water. So, if we come over here, we can see that our current temperature is 720,000 millikelvin, which is roughly twice the temperature that water boils at. And Earth has an average temperature of 287,000 millikelvin, which is almost a third of the pressure that it is, or of the temperature that it currently is on Mercury. Over here on the pressure panel, we can see that we currently have 0 pascals of atmospheric pressure, and we need to get it all the way up to 100,000 pascals. We don't have any oxygen because we have insufficient pressure. We don't have any water because we have insufficient pressure. We need at least 600 pascals of pressure to have surface water. Biospheres are enabled, so we need to visit the biospheres section on the main screen, which means we don't have any biomass requirements really. And we, oddly enough, don't even have any population. So, let's go ahead and look at this transmission to Genesis points for a short video. Let's go ahead and do that, I think. We will need a lot of Genesis points starting off. So, bear with me everybody, I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. We have 2 more Genesis points now. So let's go ahead and build our first colony, which costs 0 credits. Let's go ahead and look at elevation. And it looks like when we're fully terraformed, it's going to be a lot of lakes and rivers along the middle band of the planet, and then 2 large oceans on the top and the bottom. So let's go ahead and place our colony maybe right here. And yeah, let's call it Jedburgh. Or Jedburgh, depending on how you want to pronounce that. Great. Now we have 85 population. Let's see where this transmission is. 2 more free Genesis points. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Please bear with me, everybody. And we're back, everybody. We now have 24 Genesis points, and we are actually spending money. We're losing money. So let's go ahead and come over to the outposts and add 1 outpost for 1 million credits. Let's go ahead and post it over there in Hyza. And go ahead and found just a carbon mine, because that's all we can really, that's all we really know how to mine right now. Of course, it's not going to bring in very much, but it doesn't need to right now. Let's go ahead, see what this transmission is. Mining revenue boost by 200% for an hour. Let's go ahead and not do that, I think. But what we will do is we'll come over here, transfer Genesis points. Nope, that's not what we want. Done. TerraGenesis store, maybe? Credits? Yeah, here we go. Let's get 1 million more credits for 5 Genesis points. And let's come over here. Research iron. And come back over to Heiza. And build an iron mine really quickly. Let's see. That looks about good. Alright. And let's go ahead and look at our expenses. We're currently profiting 226 credits per minute. Alright. Excuse me. The next thing we needed to do was increase pressure. So let's go ahead and construct a thermal dust, and research the thermal dust. See what this transmission is for. Mining and cultural revenue? No thanks. We're probably not going to have cultural revenue for a while. In either case though, let's go ahead and actually come over here to culture. And as you can see, we are still pretty much dependent, we are very much dependent on the home world. We have 0% victory right now. But that is, of course, to be expected. Now, what we can do to increase victory is spend Genesis points, culture points, and put them towards victory right here on the culture page. And we're going to get a culture point at 100 population, so not anytime soon because we're actually capped out right now. Let's go ahead and upgrade this hab unit to level 2. It'll be done in 20 minutes. And let's come over to the satellites, which we actually can't even look at until we have an active spaceport in one of our colonies, so never mind about that. Another transmission for more Genesis points. Okay, hang on everybody, I'll be right back. Alright, and we are back. We have 2 more Genesis points, which gives us a total of 21. And what we're going to do while we wait for things to happen is, let's actually see, 2 Genesis points. Okay, so that'll basically put us back to 19. That's fair. So now we've got 128 population cap, and that will get us our first culture point. As soon as we actually get more people living in Yedborough, which is not going to happen very soon, seeing as we have a 0% birth rate. So the thing that we'll want to do to fix that is come down here and research the children's creche, except that labs are already engaged in researching the thermal dust. Let's not do the video to increase mining revenue because we've already got that locked and loaded. And if we hurry the thermal dust, it'll cost 4 Genesis points. Let's not do that, I think. But what we should do is come over here to Heiza and see if we can't build a second iron mine somewhere with a bunch of iron. Kind of like right here. All right, and what's our growth per minute now? 162 credits. Okay, so a level 2 hab unit needs 1,000 credits per minute for maintenance. So for right now, we're kind of stuck, but that's okay. Because we did literally just start this game about 10 minutes ago. Yep, 12 minutes ago as of this recording, as of right now. So let's go ahead and check this transmission. No thank you. And let's go ahead and give our first progress report for Mercury. It's currently 2062. We have 1,324 credits and climbing, though not very fast. Our current objective, our current priority, that is to increase pressure. And we are also trying to increase our credits per minute so that we can build more things and research more things and make more progress more quickly in general. So, if we wait here for just another minute or two, I think we're going to have something happen. Oh, that's interesting. We have 2 more spaces available in our colony Gedborough. And we only have 2 things right now. We've got a cooling plant that we can build, and we also have a hab unit that we can build. But right now we're actually saving our credits because we don't have very much, we're not making very much, and we don't need more mining revenue right now. Oh, did we not take a mining revenue boost earlier? Let's go ahead and do that then. I could have sworn we had done that. So please bear with me, everyone. I'll be right back. Okay, and we now officially have mining revenue boost on Mercury, which means we will be earning twice as much money as we were previously for the next hour. And actually, way more than twice what we were earning. Wow. So yeah, this will be quite the help to our financial situation. And so let's go ahead and see how the research is going. We've still got 52 minutes and counting before we've finished researching the thermal dust. Let's go ahead and decline that. And a group of ambitious miners at Hyza Beta have been working day and night to improve their operation. Thanks to their efforts, the level 1 mine has been upgraded to level 3. Cool. So now we've got a level 3 iron mine over at Hyza, which is good, but it's also bad, and let me explain. So it's good because, of course, look at how much we're earning per minute right now, 885 credits. And actually now we're earning 1,769 credits per minute from Hyza Beta. But also you can see this depletion bar down at the bottom. Right now it's going to be depleted in 1 day, 3 hours, and 41 minutes. And that means that in 1 day, 3 hours, and 41 minutes of real time, there will no longer be any iron at the mine at Hyza Beta. So just keep that in mind as you're thinking about upgrading your mines, or you see that your workers have spontaneously upgraded them themselves. Of course, it's always going to give you a boost in revenue because you're mining more per minute, but at the same time, that means you're going to run out of the material you're mining sooner. So just make sure to keep an eye on that. And right now we're earning 3,209 credits per minute from Hyza, which means we're profiting roughly 2,000 of that. And as you can see there, I'm right. We're literally just profiting what we're earning minus the 1,000 credits per minute it takes to upkeep the level 2 hab unit in Yedborough. Oh, sorry, Yedborough. I saw that that second R in my head, but I didn't really process it, so I've been saying Yedborough, but it's probably more correctly pronounced Yedborough. Of course, I don't know where that name is from, so I can't say for certain. I'm just going to keep saying Yedborough, because that's easier and slightly less awkward sounding than Yedborough. At least to me. If any of you know how to actually pronounce that name, let me know in the comments below. Alright, and as you can see, we actually have one more population than we did before. We used to have 85. Now we have 86. And that's pretty cool. And at this point, there's not a lot we can do. But wait, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. 3 free Genesis points, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and do that. It's not going to really affect the runtime, I'll just cut it out, like I do all the other ads. Hold on, everybody. Alright, and we're back. We now have 3 more Genesis points than we had before. It's currently 2062, so it still hasn't been more than 1 year since we began this major project of colonizing Mars. Sorry, I mean Mercury. And this is what Mercury looks like right now. As you can see, it doesn't look very different from when we got here a year ago. But there is this little bit of light right there. Not right now. I'm in the middle of some exposition. And oh, let's see. So we've got two structures currently built on Mercury. Okay, I guess technically it's 5. Oh, and what's this reddish pink stuff here on the, I think it's near the south pole of Mercury. I don't know what that is. It might be iron, it might be some other metal. I just don't know. I've never seen that before on Mercury. That's really interesting. But yeah, right around the equator we've got a couple of dots of light, and that's our colony. And a bit further to the north we should see a few more lights, and that will be our mining outpost. Yep, you see right there, that's where Yedborough is. And not that much further above the equator, there should be some kind of indication of mining activity, but I'm not seeing that. In any case, that's fine because it's not a particularly large mining operation, despite this also not being that large of a planet. Then let's come back over to colonies and just find out where Hyza is. Oh, okay, so those 4 dots is Hyza. And nearby it looks like, but I can't see it very well, is Yedborough. Alright, and another year has passed. We still only have 86 people living on Mercury, but that's fine. And what else is there to mention currently? Not really that much. Just that we've begun trying to make the planet that is the closest to the sun habitable, and that's why it's so dang hot there, because it's just so dang close to the sun. So while we're waiting, let's see what this transmission is all about. Boosting mining revenue. No thanks, we've already got that. We should, however, come over to the research tab. We've got 43 minutes left on the thermal dust. And quite honestly, I think the next thing we should look into researching is the aerostat platform. Because not only will it decrease the temperature on Mercury, but it will also give us some more money. Let's go ahead and do an air braking maneuver. So oxygen has increased by 1,402 parts per million. Sea level has risen 1,598 centimeters, and no damage was caused as we expected. So let's go ahead and check over here. But yeah, we still actually don't have any oxygen or any water just because we have no air pressure. So that was a little bit of a useless thing that we did, but it's still better than letting it crash and potentially damage something. Pardon my cough, everybody. Now let's see, what else can we do? Oh, we can celebrate because we've gotten another person to move to Mercury. We now have 87 people living on Mercury instead of just 85 like we had at the beginning of the game. And besides that, there isn't a ton to do until we finish researching the thermal dust. Oh, cool. 1 free Genesis point. Let's go ahead and collect that. And let's go ahead and spend 3 to research 1 thermal dust. Haha. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Oh, we can't research the aerostat platform quite yet, though, because we don't have enough credits. Let's see. Ooh. We now have a level 10 HAB unit in Yedborough because of a seemingly normal engineer working there who turned out to be something of a prodigy. That's great. So let's go ahead and see what our population cap there is now. 468. That's pretty dang big. But we will need to be on the lookout for disasters, especially as we start putting putting culture points towards victory. Because as anybody who's watched my Mars playthrough so far knows, the closer you get to victory up until you are victorious, the harder the game gets, because there will be more disasters and more terrorist attacks and more chances for you to sell out part of your victory for tons of money. Anyways, let's go ahead and I think get these free Genesis points really quick. And I'll be right back. Alright. And we have got 2 more Genesis points. Give me you're tired, you're poor. The citizens of Mercury love their new home, but worlds away people are still suffering. If we were to adopt a more democratic style of government, we could encourage immigrants from throughout the solar system to come and settle here, boosting population growth in every one of our colonies. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Now, I wonder if that actually affected the population growth. No, it didn't. It's still 0 birth rate, but of course, that does mean we will hopefully be getting more immigrants, because as it says at first, our population growth will primarily be from immigration, but eventually native births will start to pick up, and once the planet can support fauna, your people will live freely on the surface. Let's see what this is for. Mining revenue boost? No thanks, we've got it. And look, we even have 44 minutes, 44 seconds boost left as of that transmission. That's pretty cool. So, while we're waiting for something new to happen, let's go ahead and look at our summaries page really quickly. We haven't started changing the temperature at all. The pressure is exactly the same as it was when we started. So is the water, so is the O2 levels. And we don't have biomass. We don't have a biomass screen because we've chosen to enable biospheres. That's fine. That is totally fine. But while we're waiting for our money levels to pick up a little more. Oh yeah, by the way, we're earning 3,049 credits per minute now because we don't have to pay 1,000 credits a minute to maintain our level 2 hub unit. Which is pretty good if you ask me. Let's see what this transmission is. Mining revenue boost. No thanks, we've got it for right now. Let's come and look at our culture tab really fast while we're waiting for something to happen. Right now, we have minus 30 construction speed, plus 30 biomass growth in our economy. In our economy section, we have plus 15 biomass growth, minus 15 habitations. On our eco policy section, we have minus 5% financial growth, plus 5% population growth under our government, and plus 0 knowledge and wealth, or plus 0 research speed and financial growth under our values. And that's totally fine. Because, like I keep saying, and like I'm going to say a lot the rest of this episode probably, we've just started. This is only the beginning. We're not going to have made very much progress yet. Speaking of, how many percent victorious are we? 0. I thought that was the case, but as you can see, there's a tiny bit of progress, it looks like, under the victory bar right there, so I suddenly started to doubt myself. Let's see what this transmission is pitching us. Revenue, mining revenue boost. We don't need that yet, but thanks. And if there's anything else that happens in, let's say, the next 5 or so minutes, then that'll be cool. Otherwise, we will just go ahead and end the episode there, because as slow as the game is, first off, I don't want to make the first episode of Mercury another hour-and-a-half event like I did with the Mars series, because I happen to know that even though there are a bunch of views on that video, I doubt many of the views is because of what I'm trying to say is I don't think people will watch an hour-and-a-half video of not that much happening on Mercury. But of course, if you guys would like to watch longer winded videos on Mercury, let me know in the comments below and I will absolutely make them. But as of right now, I am just going to stick with a 30 to 45 minute video on Mercury until either a lot of stuff starts happening and I just happen to make them longer, or you guys tell me that you want longer videos. And let's go ahead and take up this offer. I'll be right back, everybody. Alright, and we are back, everybody. You're going to have to excuse the background guitar. My brother is currently practicing guitar in the room below where I'm recording this, so we're going to be able to hear him while he's doing that. So, again, I apologize for that. Anyways, we now have 88 people living on Mars, and that is terrific. Let's see what this transmission is for. Mining revenue boost. We don't need that right now, but thank you. Alright, and without further ado, let's go ahead and double check our revenue. Again, I'm pretty hardcore about the money aspect of this game for the first episode or 3, because we just need so much money to get our progress rolling fast enough that it'll carry us through the rest of the through the rest of the process of terraforming the planet. And let's come over to biospheres, and I just wanna see. We don't have enough slots available to add new species to this biosphere. Okay, I was gonna say I wonder if I could make like the most hardcore of extremophile microbes. But no, the answer is no, because we have no biosphere slots. I keep forgetting that's something that we need. In any case, let's go ahead and wait just another minute or two. Incoming transmission. 2 free Genesis points. Alright, once again, I'll be back, everybody. Please bear with me on this. Alright, everyone, and we're back. We currently have 25 Genesis points, 88 population, and 1,386,000 credits and climbing. The year is 2064. And actually, I think this is a pretty good place to leave us off for right now. Let's come over to the TerraGenesis store, go to credits, and let's get 5 million credits with 20 Genesis points. That'll be just fine. And first off, let's research. Okay. No thanks. Let's go ahead and research the aerostat platform. Yes, that will be perfect. Alright, and with that, I think I'm going to end this episode. So, thank you everybody so much for tuning in to this very first episode of Mercury, of how to terraform Mercury, or whatever I end up calling this series. If you liked it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you can follow the rest of this series and all the other series that I put up on this channel related to this game and others. Cultural Phenomenon, Talented Game Designer, Paid Broadcasts or Live Shows. Let's go with live shows. We need population right now. Alright, that was an interesting occurrence, but in either case, I'll see you all in the next episode. So thank you once again for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.